Hey guys, Jimmy from the Gaming Gadget Grader. We're trying out the Macally 3-in-1 Apple charging stand. It's for your Apple Watch, for your iPhone, and then I don't have AirPods, but that's where they would go. But we'll just kind of talk about this really quickly. Here's some of the included accessories. So here's a cable management tube. So this tube obviously will allow you to feed your cables through and kind of keep them bunched together. I don't know if you can see up here in the top right-hand corner. That's the two charging cables coming out of this device, and I'll talk about that here in a second. There's included spacers. So these spacers will allow your phone, and I'll show you again in a second, to sit up based on how the case fits, sit up and into the charging port, which is down here. And then there's already some feet on it on the bottom to keep it from moving too much, but they gave you 4 more for you to use as well. So let me get rid of that stuff out of the way. And then let's talk about it. So my first misconception was that it included cables, and it was going to, give you 2 new charging options for your iPhone and your Apple Watch. In my case, that was actually not the case. So if you look at the price point, this is about $30. It makes sense. I was just kind of excited because I saw the pictures. So it makes sense that this is basically just. Let me move the devices out of the way. It's basically just this here, this plastic here at the bottom, and then this metal, little padding here, and this metal. That is my Apple Watch charger. And then this right here and through here is my iPhone charger. So part of the reason the price is what the price is you have to install the wires yourself, which is not a big deal. This was just me opening the box going, oh, I've got to use my only Apple Watch charger in this. Okay, that's fine. It's just going to kind of change where I put it, right? And because of that, this is a great nightstand option. This is your, you charge the Apple Watch for, it takes 30 minutes to really give you a day's worth, and you're all good. So wake up in the morning after wearing it to track your sleep, throw it on there while you get ready, and it's charging, and it's fine. So it could definitely, you don't need to worry about losing or giving your charger to this setup. And then of course you have a bunch of these lying around that you can already wire into it. Now I'm not using the cable management. I didn't think it was that big of a deal. The other issue is that this black cable is substantially longer than the white one. So it really wasn't going to matter too much anyway. Really quickly, here's a good look at those spacers. You see them right here and right here. They're numbered. These are the 5 spacers. I have a 10 max. An X Max. So with my case, which is semi-low profile, I would say, it works really well and allows it to sit in there and get its charge. So it's basically for you to customize the fit, the snugness, and then whatever allows that to actually start charging, that's what you would put here. They're very easy. You just push them in. They come out and you push them in right there. When you get this out of the box, obviously the cables are not included, and this part back here is already screwed together. So there's 4 tiny Phillips head screws that need to come out. Do not lose them. So when you unscrew them, that's what allows this back to come out and allows for you to push in your Apple Watch charger, and it kind of nests in there. It includes this little ring that will protect the back of the device from kind of scratching against other plastic. But it's every time I put it on there, it connects and it charges. So every time I haven't had a misconnect yet. So this side of it is great. So real quick on the install, you would pop this off, sit the charger in there, and then wire down this arm. Pop out this little guy right here, which try not to bump the camera as I do this, so that's why I'm probably not doing it as effectively as you could. But basically you push through its exact fit for the other end of the USB. You just push it right through there. It goes through, and then you kind of plunge it back, cover it up, so it looks pretty nice. Same thing over here on the on the iPhone side of things. You're going to. This is the hardest part, and this is probably my biggest beef with this piece, is that this is kind of flimsy because it is basically a cable nested into rubber kind of held in place with plastic and tension along this channel. So God only knows what's going to happen to this particular charger taking these. Now, they're not aggressive bends, but obviously they're not straight. So I wouldn't use your only charger here. I would, maybe get another one or whatever, because I don't know. But it's not that it's an unnatural path, but obviously it's pushed in there, takes a turn, and then takes a hard turn up to get here. So that's my biggest beef. Every time I plug the phone in, though, it does connect, but you got to find the spot. That's the hard part, is finding the spot and then trusting that you're in the charging port and not going to just snap this off. So you kind of got to used to it, push it in, and again, you see that you get your connection. So aesthetically, I think it's a really nice looking piece, next to your bed to get your devices charging up. It's a great place, if you're using both of these, if you're using both of these as alarm clocks, I think it's a good place for them to be. Obviously right next to your head, you're going to hear the alarm. You're going to feel the alarm when it's that close. So aesthetically, I think it's really nice. They come in black and they come in white. They also have a version that's only for the watch. So just imagine this arm, but it's just the watch. No phone, no AirPods connectivity either. So, if you want something, I think it's about $10 less to just do the arm for the Apple Watch. It's the same idea, same channel, same way you're plugging it in, same thing where you have to provide your own cable. So there's two options. I would like the one where, my phone's involved. I need to charge it probably more often than I need to charge this thing, because as a 10, the battery's starting to go a little bit. So anyway, I really like this. I was a little taken aback when I took it out of the box and what was involved, because at the price point, obviously Macally sends this to me. I don't buy it, so I wasn't super aware of what the price point was. But back when I went and did the research, I realized, hey, that makes sense. It's $30. It's not going to include the charger or the cable. The cable's $30 on its own. So it does make sense. So once I kind of got over that and realized that this is a nice sturdy piece that's going to hold everything, the install was really easy for kind of what I had to do. I thought it was pretty simple. The hardest part is getting those screws off and not losing them on the back of here. Running those cables through and then feeding them to, that's actually an old school USB 2-port charger from Macally, one of the first things we got to review way back in the day. And so, it works really nice with something like that, or a power strip with USB. Some people even have wall outlets with USB. So it works really well. Of course, you can put the wall attachment on the end of each of those USBs and just go straight into the wall. So anyway, looks really nice on the side of the bed, and highly recommend. I think for the price, this is a really, really good looking piece. And as the name suggests, it's an ally of Mac, and it works really well. Thanks for watching.